Hello? That's not funny!
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the quartering end. I don't understand these kids these days. I don't understand modern prank culture. I mean, back in my day, you used to, ring a doorbell and run away or toss a couple rolls of TP in a tree.
Kidding me?
I don't understand the whole, maybe you sent a pizza to somebody's house. Even then, we would still pay for it. It's just such a weird thing. But now I guess it's all about putting people's lives in like legitimate danger for the lulz. I know I'm going to come across like, I don't know. I get it. It's kind of fuddy-duddy. But last night I was watching a live stream with Rich from ReviewTechUSA. I was kind of doing a couple different things, and all of a sudden I heard it went quiet. And sure enough, some galaxy brain, some absolute comedy writer, the people that think this is funny probably have a bright future writing for Saturday Night Live. I just don't understand or get why people continue to do this, and I 100% support their arrest and receiving the maximum penalty for it. It's not just that that there are legitimate cases of these type of events going very badly, which everybody knows about. It's the fact that you're taking away emergency services from people who might actually need it. While these people are at an address for your lulz, somebody may be bleeding out from a car accident. Isn't that funny? Isn't that hilarious? Hardy har har, gotcha boomer. So funny. I don't understand this, and if you don't know why I take this so seriously, we don't need to go back very far. We go back to March 29th. I believe this was last year, where a prankster got 20 years because what happened is enforcement ascended upon a house, and somebody lost their life because of it. And this is 100% the fault of the person who called it. I don't even want to hear that, oh, the person responding made a mistake too. You know what? They never should have been there. They never should have been there in the first place. We look at this. A California man got 20 years on Friday for phoning in essentially a SWAT to a police or to somebody who lived in Wichita. That ended up resulting in his death. Tyler Barris, 26. Now, if you're watching this from the Chans and you think it's hilarious, I mean, how do you not know about this kid? 20 years. Not only is one person's life completely lost as they're dead, this other kid is going to do 20 years of hard time for a prank. And as far as I can remember, I think this escalated out of a $5 bet in Call of Duty or something like that. I don't get it. I had seen red and blue flashing lights in my window. Finch's mother said, Lisa Finch, who told the Wichita Eagle at the time. I heard my son scream. I got up, then I heard a shot. They didn't call the ambulance until he was passed. Ha 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 ha! Funny joke. Here's just from 2 days ago. Royal Oak, another one. They're looking into false report and resulted in enforcement being called to a house in Groveland. Here's another one from 2 days ago. The woman called 911 saying she was, they pick heinous crimes because they want to elicit the most severe response. They don't think, it's like, do you ever watch, I'm obsessed with First 48. I love this show, right? I've seen probably, I don't know, I'm on the third or fourth season. I started at the very beginning. And how many people who just drove the car and get charged the same as whatever happened, they think that they're excluding themselves from the bigger crime by saying, "Oh, I just drove there. It's just, I wasn't doing anything. And then they end up getting charged the same. Video games, streaming, all these things. Yeah, I get sending a fake pizza or whatever the case may be, but this stuff is dumb. It's just not funny. And you have just case after case. Here's ones from March 5th this year. It's a scare tactic on the rise, may see harsher punishment in Washington. It absolutely should. And again, it's not even just because you're wasting their time. How would you feel if your mom, because I'm sure the only people that do this are 10 years old.
Seriously, what the frick, guys? I mean, seriously, I hate all you frickin' Sonic haters. Sonic is not a bad franchise anymore.
A few moments later.
FBI, open up! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
There's one in the corner.
Put your hands behind your back!
Get the frick out of here! Get the frick out!
Needed help, and the people that were supposed to be there helping them were off on a prank call, and then your mom bled out on the kitchen floor. So funny. Last year, a woman in Burien called to report her sister's boyfriend was holding her against her will. When the operator attempted to gain more information, she sounded panicked, said he's going to take my phone, and abruptly hung up. It wasn't until the next day that Roy Tate, one of the occupants of the house, called officials to let them know that approximately 5 officers, hands on their weapons and flashlights glaring, had shown up at his house at 11:30 p.m. I thought someone was about to burglarize my house. These type of incidents, making false calls so that the law enforcement show up or deployed often to unsuspecting persons' residence, are on the rise in the Seattle area, according to Seattle Police Department. While there were only 8, by the way, 8 too many in 2017, there were 63 in 2018 and 2019 combined. If all you're trying to do is scare someone or shut down their voice, then this is a terrifying and likely effective tactic, said the director of Seattle Online Broadcasters Association. A bill in legislature unanimously approved by Senate this week and awaiting Governor Jay Inslee's signature is aimed at addressing the potentially serious consequences of making these types of claims a felony. The new law would also give the victim a right to sue, and law enforcement or the city would also be able to seek damages. Absolutely 110% support that. In many states here, it's not only just a felony with up to 4 years in the clink and $2,000 fine on top of paying the call cost for responding. I 100% support that. I don't mean to be such a serious, fuddy-duddy in this video, but look, if you stream, by the way, here's what I do. Because, yes, people have sent them to my house before. I don't make a big deal about it because that's what they want, all right? I have a camera, just those simple Ring doorbell cameras on front and back door. Somebody comes to my door, I can just talk to them safely via that. They ring the doorbell, I can talk to them and say, hey, yeah, I'm streaming. Somebody thought they were being funny. And by the way, every single time I say, I want you to pursue this and try and find out who this was. And yeah, not every time do they, but plenty of times they do. And people have been arrested for this. And I hope that they get better at it, because to me, this is as serious as it gets in terms of attempted deletion. I mean, what else could I expect you thought was going to happen when we have evidence of it happening in just the last year? We know how these things can go wrong, and you are willingly putting somebody on the internet that you don't like in serious harm. It's not even funny. It's not for the lulz. And when Rich was streaming last night, he even pointed out, hey, why are all these people here? Where were all these people coming from? And then 5 minutes later, his doorbell rang. So not only did whoever did it, you know, they obviously alerted everyone else. I'm assuming it was on an anonymous image board. I don't know which one, so I'm not going to say which one. But also, Rich has had a history of having this happen to him. It's happened to him many times. I guess when you've been on the internet as long as he has, you know, you build up a group of people. But yeah, this is part of the reason I don't stream so much, because it's just not worth the trouble. And it's not, I just don't understand why people do this. I mean, you're never going to understand. I guess when you're 14, 15 years old, you think it's funny and you don't fully understand the concept of what can go wrong and that they are going to catch you at times. So somebody ends up losing their life. Was it worth it? You'll have a lot of time to think about that when you're serving 20 years or more over it. Was that worth it? You know, stick to putting plastic forks in somebody's front lawn. Stick to TPing them. Stick to unplugging their Christmas lights.
What's all the yelling about? What's going on here?
Keep yourself out of trouble and have good, wholesome fun like I did when I was a kid. These kids nowadays, I don't understand. I don't understand why they got so evil and so mean-spirited. It's not funny. Knock it off.